Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is SK CryptoK,
and today I want to talk a little bit about Bankroll Flow and the recent hot topic whenever he made a UI change for what the Max Payout is now represented as, because now it looks like a battery. If you do remember, in the old version 1.2 of Bankroll Flow, your Max Payout right here was in the form of a number, which is always 125% of your deposited amount. Now, however, you can see that the user interface has changed into an actual graphic of a battery represented by a percentage. Now, it's important to note that the contract itself has not changed. Your cash flow percentage is just another way of showing your 125% of this deposited amount relative to the claimed amount. So whenever Bankroll came to announce this UI change via a tweet, came out and said more Flow version 1.2 UI updates and Max Payout is gone. Your account is represented as a battery with utilization 100% is great and 0 is bad. You can recharge by rolling. And I think this is the controversial statement that everybody is freaking out about, because whenever you actually hit roll, your percentage goes down. It doesn't recharge. However, we will review that it actually does, but not until it gets to a certain point. Bankroll also came out with a graph depicting such. So whenever you start your account, you start at 100%, and then they both climb down these red and blue lines, the blue representing the percent cash flow remaining if you were to roll every single day, and the red representing if you were to claim every single day. You'll see that claiming does take you out to 0. So remember, when your claimed amount catches your max payout, you are at 0% on the battery. However, if you were to roll, it's gonna taper off until it stays stagnant at 20%. The main reason for this, every time you come over here and hit roll, your available amount, in this case 91.5, is going to increase both my deposit and claimed equally by 91.5 each. And if your max payout is always 125% of the deposit, when this goes up and the claimed goes up equally, your claimed number is getting closer to that 20% mark of the battery.
allow me to demonstrate. Let's take a look. So over here I made a Bankroll Flow Battery, and let's go over a couple scenarios here.
So look, this is for just a solo strategy right here. Some of the assumptions I made is not only are you a solo player, but you're not getting any rewards from others that you've recruited, and you're not adding any new deposits. So let's say that your existing account, your deposit is at 10,000 BNKRX, your claimed is at 4,000 BNKRX, with your max payout being 125% of your deposit. Here's your cash flow battery. This is just another way of showing this user interface right here. And coming over here, 1% of your deposited amount, 10,000 BNKRX, is going to be 100 BNKRX per day. So let's just say you're going to roll this amount. So when you roll 100 BNKRX, I want you to pay attention to the cash flow number. It's at 68%. So when I rolled, my deposit went up by 100 BNKRX, so did my claim. My max payout increased because it's 125% of the deposit. And you'll see that the cash flow battery went from 68% down to 67.5%. And your new 1% of the deposit is 101. Now let's just say you rolled for an extra day. Cash flow went from 67.5 to 67.05. Let's do it again. Pay attention to the cash flow percentage of 67. It's going to go down again to 66.5%. Now, all the meanwhile, your deposit and your claimed are going up by the same exact number of 303. Well, let's just roll it one more time. Let's just say that this goes up to 406. This is now my 4th day of rolling. This number is going to go down probably another 0.5%. Just about. But now, let's say you didn't want to roll. Now it's a claim day for you. Let's say you want to claim your 104, which is your 1% of the deposit. You're going to notice that your cash flow percentage is going to go down by more than just 0.5%. Let's see. Yep, it went from 66 all the way down to 65.3. So instead of just 0.5% drop, you lost 0.7%. So now that we see that the battery keeps dropping even when you roll, at what point does it stop? So just remember, the more you're going to be rolling, the rate at which it drops when you roll is going to slow down eventually. So let's just say X amount of time passes. Let me remove this claim. Let's say way down the line, you've rolled for 100 days and now you're at 10,000 BNKRX rolled. You'll see that your cash flow battery is at 44%. So before it was losing 0.5%. Let's see what happens when I just roll it by the 1% of that particular day. Instead of going down 0.5%, it only went down 0.3. But let's keep it going. Let's just say that you've now rolled after X amount of time, 25,000. Cash flows down to 33. Your 1% is 350. Let's bump that up. And now it only went down by 0.2. So it's slowing down, but it is going to stop at 20. So let's get it to 20. Let's say that you've now had your flow account for so long, you've rolled 100,000 BNKRX. You're at 24%. We're still not where we want to be. So let's go to 500,000. Now you're at 20.9. Your 1% of the deposit is 5,100. Let's just change that to something like 1 million. You're still not at 20% exactly, but you're getting damn close. Let's take this to 3 million. Pretty damn close. And your 1% of the deposit is going to be 30,000 BNKRX. So now let's say you claim, just to show the concept here, 30,100. Your cash flow percentage dipped below 20%, which if you remember from the graph, that's where it should be. And we know that claiming is going to take you down. So the whole goal of Bankroll is to live somewhere along this 20% line forever. All right. Let's just say that you claimed a second day in a row. Your cash flow battery's gone down to 18.5%. So now you want to go back into rolling. So let's roll your 1% available. Watch what happens to the cash flow battery. It went up slightly, but it went up. I'm going to go back. It goes from 559 to 574. Let's just say you keep rolling again. At this point, let's just say you did 3,200,000 up until this point. Cumulatively, it went up again. So it goes from 18.574 up to 18.64. So it is increasing. So going back to his tweet, this is a correct statement. You recharge by rolling. I wish you could have gone into more detail by saying when you're below 20%, but it does recharge. And let's just say now you want to get it closer to 20% again. You're probably gonna have to roll a ridiculous amount. Keep in mind, I'm just throwing in some numbers right here. Your main strategy for Bankroll is to claim only about 20 to 25% of the year. The rest of the time, you are rolling your account. So now let's take 3.2 million and make it 4 million. Let's take it to 8 million. 19.5%, 15 million. It's a pretty damn close to 20%. If you really wanted to get crazy with it, and if you're in Bankroll Flow for the next 10 years, let's just say you compound to some crazy 80 million number, you can see that it's getting closer to that 20% number. Let's do something really crazy, 1 billion. Yeah, so it's somewhere in there. All right, so let's reverse the scenario now. Let's say that we're back where we started. We're at 68% here. We've got a 6,000 BNKRX difference between the deposit and the claimed amount. Let's say your claimed amount matches your max payout. So in this scenario, your cash flow percentage is at 0. The only way you can get that back up is one of two ways. You can deposit a fresh amount of BNKRX. So let's just say you dropped in 1,000. It's gonna put you back up at 9%. And let's just say over the course of 2 weeks, you've rolled 1,400 BNKRX. It's going to increase it and it's going to inch its way back to that 20%. That's way one of two. Now, if you're maxed out and you're at 0%, what if you just rolled? Remember, the assumption is you don't want to make any new deposits. So let's just say you rolled 100. It increased your battery from 0. Let's say over time you've rolled 150,000 BNKRX. Now all of a sudden you're back up to 18.75. So yeah, it's not the end of the world that he made these changes to the UI. He was not wrong by saying that rolling recharges your battery. So hopefully that helps you out. I know that there was a lot of confusion in the Telegram when this UI change first went through. Even for myself, I was asking as many people as I could, like what happens when the battery is actually below 20%? Does rolling recharge your battery back up to 20%? And no one could give me the answer. So it wasn't until we played around on this spreadsheet that you can actually in fact see that rolling does recharge the battery when you're below that 20% mark.
So yeah, hopefully that helped you out, guys. Thank you so much for your time. If you like this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If there are any questions, comments, anything that you have, please leave it down in the comment section below. And stay tuned for more Bankroll Flow videos. Until the next time, stay safe out there, stay blessed, and have a good one. Yo, appreciate your time, and just know that I'm SK CryptoK, and today you should join my crypto club. Maybe by the end earn some dividends, so in advance I'ma thank you right now for that sub. Hey, yo, let's go.